At this very moment, Americans sit anxiously awaiting the next terrorist attack on our soil. It's no longer a question of if, but when. The recent terror attack in San Bernardino was the latest and greatest act of war to go largely ignored by this administration, lost in an incredible sense of denial. It took the president 16 days to even go pay homage to the dead. Instead of moving troops to secure our southern border, he opens up the floodgates to Syrian refugees. And throughout what is rising to the level of a new world war, he remains driven to reduce our rights to own guns. Should anyone be surprised why Americans are afraid? Bill O'Reilly is right about Donald Trump. Trump is appealing to emotion, and no emotion is more powerful than fear. But, Mr. President, the fear we feel is being created by you. As the leader of the world's most powerful army, you have a responsibility, whether you want it or not. Black folks share in a brave heritage. Harriet Tubman, Frederick Douglass, Rosa Parks, Martin Luther King Jr. If any of these champions had paid witness to Christians being slaughtered, do you believe they would have just sat on their hands? I'm older than you are, sir. I was arrested for the first time 2 years before you were born, just for being black and refusing to leave a public library. I was prosecuting civil rights cases in Baltimore when you were only 12 years old, living in Indonesia. But over my 71 years, my love for America has grown deeper and greater. There's still some division in our country, but we have come so far in my lifetime to see the grandsons of slaves achieve Americanhood in every sense of the word. But I believe this president and his sympathizers feel just the opposite. Liberals share in a hatred for America and for the idea of American exceptionalism. And they project their own hatred onto radical Islam, suggesting that terror somehow is America's fault. In President Obama and Hillary Clinton's minds, we deserve this. In the Gospel of John, Jesus speaks of those who with blinded eyes and hardened hearts are unable to see the truth. ISIS does hate America, but they're not motivated by our exceptionalism. Like Hitler, they're motivated by their own evil desire to conquer the world. They want a worldwide caliphate where Sharia law rules. Their leader, al-Baghdadi, believes he's been selected by God to rule this new world. And as the months go by and ISIS continues to gain territory, their supporters around the world are watching closely. And their faith in Baghdadi grows. Could he really be the next caliph? Could he really defeat the West? And what does President Obama do to respond? He takes minor military action against him, pinprick bombing with no intent to destroy, almost pretending to fight, which all of a sudden makes Baghdadi seem capable of defeating America. And this is what inspires lone wolves to join the fight. Mr. President, I urge you, secure the southern border of America with troops. Stop the inflow of refugees from places like Iraq and Syria. And swiftly, with all American might, destroy ISIS and al-Baghdadi. Leave no stone unturned, and send a message to jihadis across the earth that they will never overcome the land of the free. Otherwise, we're only counting down the days to an attack on American soil, one which might make Pearl Harbor or September 11th pale in comparison. And history, Mr. President, will remember you as a weakling.